Another little thing I'll throw in the story, because it was happening before the Ridge also. I had a favorite song. Favorite song was Paradise by Vengeance, if you want to look it up. But one of the main lines is, "We're digging for gold with diamond shovels." And what the song meant to me, and it meant that the song meant this to me for months, and it was my favorite song, was the song was supposed to mean appreciate what you have, right? And living in a parking lot at work, and I don't know, I was having trouble appreciating what I have, but really what the song meant to me was appreciating what I used to have more so, and how the spot I used to live in is probably even better than Washington in ways. Um, so keep that in mind. Um, but yeah, so also before, well, yeah, going to the Ridge that night, I was even thinking like, why am I doing this at all? I need to just, I need to get to the mill. I got to start working on my bucket truck because my plan was to turn a bucket truck into a home. Like, why am I wasting my time with this? Just every night I spend here is one less night I get to spend my future home in Washington. Right? That was what was going through my head. But I still went up there that night anyway. Um, now, I'll throw in a link of the bucket truck video I made, which shows in it a hint that turning a bucket truck into a literal mobile home, it was my plan. I'll throw that link in to it'll bring it to my other YouTube channel. So the dating profile, they never find a match or anything like that, right? And anyway, I'm working on the bucket truck, and the first goal of the bucket truck is make sure everything fits. Make sure all my belongings fit in this truck, right? And after 2 weeks, I finally, okay, boom, everything I own will fit in this, like perfect, you know? And then I started, okay, how do I turn it into a home? How, and I'm taking measurements and I'm having trouble. I don't have enough space to do what I wanted, and I'm really struggling with it almost all morning. Like, how do I do this? And I have a moment. I step back and I'm just looking at it. I'm thinking, I don't know how well this is gonna work. And then my phone buzzes. Check, and it's that girl. She texts me. Hmm. You know, I reply. Then I go back to the truck and I'm trying to take another measurement. But every single time I took a measurement, she would text me. And it was like, okay, fine. I guess I just have to stop what I'm doing. I guess I have to stop the trying to find a way to make this thing into a home, because every time I go to take another measurement trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, she texts me. It felt like something was stopping me. And so I just give up, and then I just sit down full of concentration on texting her. And honestly, at first I'm thinking, it seems too good to be true. Honestly, this seems fake. Like, and yeah, I figure out where she lives. The very brief, very vague description. I figure out exactly where she lives, and again, that was partially because that's the spot I was imagining making that dating profile. So, and I wasn't saying, I just said, whoa, you're right in the middle of everything. I didn't say you made your house 2 miles away from where I set my location for that dating profile. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to look like a fake person. I didn't want, and there was a lot of things where I wanted to act so excited, and I I didn't all the time because, again, it seemed too. I didn't want her to think I was lying about things, so there's a lot of things I didn't even say. Um, so we we're like calling, every day after work and stuff like that. We're getting along great. Um, and again, this felt like a foreshadow at one point. One point she said she's having a bad day, and I was texting. Oh, what I was about to say was, hey, well, whenever something bad happens, something good comes around. Whenever something good happens, something bad happens. It's just the ups and downs. So your tough day will probably be canceled out by a good day tomorrow. I was about to say that, and then I noticed something. Wait a minute. This is too good. This seems. I was thinking, is something bad gonna happen? I'm trying to think, or is this something good happening right now, meeting her because of making up for my past? Like, well, maybe this makes up for my past relationship? No, still, this seems too good. What's happening right now wouldn't just make up for a mediocre relationship. I'm thinking, well, either something. Like, it seemed too good. Like, no, I think something bad is going to happen. And I was genuinely thinking at that point, I think the mill is going to burn down. That's the only thing I could possibly think of that would make this situation not work. And so the next weekend before the Sunday we met, I was just, instead of turning the bucket truck into a home, I was just, okay, let's just do basic maintenance on the bucket truck. And I was even thinking of doing certain things on the mill, but I didn't. I was literally afraid the mill was going to burn down because I know the way my life is, nothing comes easy. Nothing. And this was coming way too easy. So, didn't dare even touch the mill because I'm probably going to be wasting my time. I'm just going to keep working on the bucket truck in the garage because the mill's going to burn out anyway. So let me pause it. I got my train of thought. Okay, I thought about it. I think I'm gonna have this video go into the actual date halfway itself. So, we that I'll bring that up in another video. I'm just trying to think what parts I need to say now versus bring up later. So we meet, and the thing is, again, the date, it goes good, like too good. First of all, I should say, we're trying to decide between a spot where she does an open mic and sings country music, which I really wanted to see because I think it's so cute when a girl sings country, but I didn't want to because I knew I thought I would be nervous, and open mics aren't a thing I usually go to, so I'd be out of my element and nervous because the girl I'm dating is being like really cute, so I didn't. The other idea we had was Swartzwood State Park. Now that I was totally comfortable with because that's where I grew up. That I lived there for 21 years until I moved to Pennsylvania at the mill in that park, and so we decided on Swartzwood, and I'll throw this part in there. At first we were talking about meeting at a random trail, and she kind of backed out like, yeah, actually I'm not comfortable because I don't know if you're trying to kill me and stuff like that, Um, and I had a funny response because the last time a girl showed real attraction to me through text, she actually did want to kill me, it seemed. It seemed she wanted to use me as a blood sacrifice. So uh, I kind of joked around saying back at one point, like, yeah, I'm not too concerned where we meet because if you try to kill me, I have cameras on my truck anyway. Haha, I said that. That wasn't totally a joke. Because I actually had a girl that seemed to actually want me dead, and I refused to hang out with her, even though she liked me. It was. I'm not going into details. Keep that in mind. That's important. That comes up. So, probably, yeah, I'll keep it in the same video. Okay, keep that detail. Keep in mind. So, we decide to, yeah, meet at Swartzwood, and thinking I want to, you know, of things I want to show her in Swartzwood State. Like, of course, I want to show her the house I grew up in, and I was thinking, if there's one person I want her to meet, it would be definitely my neighbor, Mr. Rick Gallagher. He was, without going into detail, he had a big influence on my childhood, and he doesn't know. He doesn't. I never told him how big of an influence he had on it, but I wanted her to meet him. And another thing, I felt like part of me felt like it would be awkward to go knock on the door of my parents' house, their ex house. Like, I was thinking I might just look at their yard from outside, maybe not knock on the door. I wasn't, well, in that date, we ended up meeting that exact neighbor I wanted to show her. Not even by his house, but at the park. Like, what are the chances of that? And when I went past my parents' house, the new owner was right next to the road, standing in the front yard. And I didn't even have to knock on the door. It was going way, too good. And at one point, I hinted to her. I said, I had to explain this. Like, one of the reasons I see this might not work is because I don't know what I believe. But I did say, but because of you, I'm thinking God exists again. Now, I said that because of the crazy events with making that dating profile, and as if I was searching for her on accident. That was why I said that. She doesn't know why I said that, but that was a hint. What do I talk about next? So, another important part, I also want to explain how I kind of start doing crazy things when I'm single. And she really backed me into a corner on this conversation. I felt very, very trapped. She really talked me into a dead end. Because when I explained that, she said, well, it sounds like you need time alone. I was like, I didn't have anything to say back because my only thought was, that's not how I work. The longer I'm alone, the crazier I get. That is not how this works. I'm thinking, if I were to just be alone for an extended period of time, maybe you want me to be alone for making a relationship someday, this is just going to get worse. That's what's going through my head. So I wasn't going to say that. So, again, everything went so amazing. So she invites me to her house. And we kind of discussed through text a little bit. I said, hey, I want to, she said her gutters need cleaning, and I love climbing stuff. And I said, hey, yeah, I want to clean your gutters when I get there. I told her, hey, I can climb up any building I choose. I don't think she noticed I was, how serious I was. I can climb up any building I choose to climb up. So we get to her house, And first thing I do, straight up onto her roof. And I think she says something like, "What are you doing up there?" Like, really confused. I'm like, "Cleaning out your gutters." And then she says, "If you go to the back, I'm going to shoot you." Dude, I was so scared. I've been held at gunpoint before, and I'm thinking of that. And she walks into her house. I think she's getting a gun. And then I'm thinking of the other girl that used to like me from Stillwater that was like threatening me. She would say cute things through text and then threaten to, then I'll slice your throat, like things like that. So she, this is another reason. Okay, here's another reason I had every reason to like this threw me off guard so much. With my ex, when I would climb things, she would say cute things. My ex would be like, "Oh, my little monkey," and like, it was she viewed it as cute, kind of. And again, I climbed up there expecting something cute. That's what I was used to, and instead, I get a death threat. That's exactly what I was used to with the girl that was trying to kill me. She'd say something cute. I'd expect something cute, and she'd give me a death threat instead. And again, she said the back of her roof. So I thought she was saying that because if I climbed to the back, I would be out of sight of her neighbors, who she said, the neighbors across the street's a cop. I'm thinking, well, yeah, if I'm on the back of the roof, that'd be her chance to kill me. I was so scared. I didn't know. I have a very bad sense of the time that passed. I don't know if I'm not sure if she did walk back in. I felt like a long time. I remember went to the other side of the roof, looking at my truck with the cameras there. I'm like, do I jump down right here in front of the cameras? I guess I'll just have a short conversation and I'll just leave. Like, I'm done. And she comes back out and she says, "It's steep back there. I don't want you to get hurt." And for a second, I think, yeah, it's steep, so I'm more likely to get. So you want me to like? Again, I'm so confused, and it took me maybe another few seconds of processing until I realized, oh, I guess that was sarcasm of some type. Was that? And then I noticed, oh, okay, wait. And I thought, what if it's like the other girl and she just caught herself saying that and she actually um it's not a steep drop off or anything like that and she's just saying something to cover it up so she gets it so I don't run away. She gets a chance to kill me, like. So I quietly climbed to the top of the roof and looked down to verify what she said was true. And I saw what she was saying. Like, okay, I see. It's like more like looks like a story and a half, maybe two stories on the other side. Okay, so they verified it. It's like, okay, your story seems real. I guess that was just sarcasm. Okay, I thought it was over. As in relationship, anything. I thought it was over. Only to figure out she was trying to protect me. And the reverse situation was to come. So, um, I'm up there on the roof, just trying to regather my thoughts, regain my mental state, not look like I'm freaked out or anything like that. And she's like, "Get down, come down here." And I was like, "No, let me just finish this one spot." And I'm just trying to regather my thoughts and like act chill and all that. Anyway, I jumped down right from the roof. I don't climb down. I just jump, just trying to prove a point. Like, hey, like this height is perfectly safe. Now, because of that moment, something happened there. Remember how I was making a dating profile to find a girl to stop me from riding too crazy and to stop me from climbing things too high? Well, guess what I have now because of that moment? Anytime I climb something more than 10 feet, I think of the girl of my dreams threatening to shoot me. Boom. It's like God gave me a permanent solution to a gave me a permanent solution to which I was only expecting a temporary solution. Oh, I have an optional fear of heights now. So, I think I do want to throw out. Yeah, I was even a little hesitant on going inside actually after that. It just kind of like felt like a door of like, oh no, the neighbors won't see me past this point. Like, little, yeah. But I adjusted. 21 minutes 30 seconds. All right, we'll make the other video, the other half of the date.